Oh my God, look at those two incredible craft. And I don't think those are just jets. No, no, no. It looks to me like anti-gravity camouflage as conventional deal. And that is in the NORTHROP facility that is 63 levels, 43 levels down. I think it's way much more. Because to begin with, this is all information. Now look at these two craft. And this is from the 1994, 1996. I mean, you have got to be aware of the fact that this is old technology by now. If they retire, they have blue, which it looks just like that one, the blue, light blue color one, that one right there. This black one, I've never seen it before. The way it's built, the main body is totally strange. I've never seen that type. So these craft are know your garden variety deals that you find somewhere. The blue thing, I've seen craft park on the moon that resemble that blue one, but I mean of proportion that are just mind-blowing. And look, he's projecting his own, he's casting his own shadow right there. That's the shadow, that black thing. So the sun is coming from this area right here. I would say about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I'm sorry, I would say 2 o'clock in the afternoon by the shadow. So it's almost to be about this way. 35 degrees up or more, a little more. Wow, this is amazing, this image. It's the first time I see those craft picture and parked right outside the facility between two buildings. Now the black one is just really rare. I don't see fins in the back, upright lifters. I mean, what do you call those? I don't see nothing here that indicate that's more like a wing type, flat, just like this one. That's not an F-17 because of this cut right here. It looked more like a half blue type. I mean, bird of prey. Which was retired in 1998. So, but the deal is that is parked on top. Imagine what's in the bottom, underneath in the underground. This is just kick-ass. And that's the NORTHROP GRUMAN, the same people that built the Black Widow stealth craft, which is the competition to the F-22 Raptor. They lost the contract, even so they have better capabilities than the F-22, with even more storage and I mean, more everything. What I think is that project was kept under wraps, so everybody think that the F-22 is the shit, but it's not. The Black Widow it is. And the Russian copied that in the, what was the name of that? MiG-49. MiG-49 or MiG-51, one of the two. It's a really weird, I think they call him the Bat, the Black Bat. So I will look it up on Google Earth where this is in California. And look how short the airstrip is. And this NORTHROP Tejon RCS facility, radar cross section. So they test antenna arrays. They test craft for stealth, for a stealth capability. 1996. This is the time right there. There you go, 1996. So imagine this is old news. They say it went from 13 level to 43 in a matter of 5 months. And that was back then, so imagine what that is now. It's probably ultra huge, super deep, and very, very dark, black, super ultra deep black projects are there. And like you say, they have seen UFO coming out of that thing, not coming in, but coming out, so they must be coming in from somewhere else. Well, imagine there are cave system in South America that goes from the Venezuelan coast down to Argentina. The whole Andes mountain, according to the Indians, the native South American native tribes and things that they have found, those tunnels, they are huge underground cities, very deep down, and they have been there for thousands of years, and there are people living there with an amazing technology. And if you see Google Earth, the whole ocean floor has been smudged down 90%. Why? Because what's in there is the telltale that a badass civilization is living, and he's been on Earth for longer than we have. And they are very, very advanced. And I don't think those are Anunnakis at all. By the design, it's all reptilian type, just like the kind I find on the moon and every single planet and moons of the solar system. Well, let's listen to this story right here. Tom Mahout.
What we call the aerospace connection. There are 4 aerospace covert facilities. This is what we call the aerospace connection in the Antelope Valley and also the San Joaquin Valley. Rockwell in the San Joaquin, Lockheed, McDonnell Douglas, and Northrop in the Antelope Valleys. And these operations are extremely suspicious. They have a surface cover activity. They call themselves RCS testing sites. That stands for radar cross-section. And apparently their presumed purpose is to test various aeroform designs atop pylons with radar cross-section. And The disturbing part is that we have found out with incontrovertible proof that there are extensive underground facilities. And for example, NORTHROP we have documented to have 42 levels underground. Now if this is radar cross-section testing, which is above ground, why do they need 42 levels underground? Also, at the Lockheed facility out in Helendale, we had an investigative reporter who saw a blueprint of the building plans for that facility that he wasn't supposed to see. It showed that they had an extensive underground facility 300 feet down. And when this reporter interviewed the person who was in charge of that facility, they had a nice, pleasant interview until at the end he told the director that he was aware of this extensive underground facility. And what could he tell him about that? And immediately the man's eyes grew wide and he said, "This interview is terminated." So it's very suspicious. And then of course we have other reports of people in the area who say that they have seen alien craft emanating from these facilities and terminating at these facilities, and other kinds of blue beams, strange lights in the sky, surveillance orbs the size of basketballs, medicine balls that survey the area and move in ways that we don't possess that kind of technology. In terms of the NORTHROP facility, which is also known as the Anthill, the construction, the underground facility was greatly enlarged in the early 80s. And what took place there was an enlargement, I understand, from 13 levels underground to 42 levels underground. And we have reports from construction workers who actually worked on the site, cement truck drivers, and at one point, Michael, cement trucks suddenly appeared on the scene 5 miles long, pouring concrete continuously 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for weeks. And we figure at 3 yards of concrete, 9 yards of concrete per truck, close to 1 million yards of concrete must have been poured underground. Also, we understand from the construction workers that 3 silos were constructed there, 3 underground silos, and we were bringing out the fact that saucers have been seen to just come screaming out of the facility as if they had had some travel distance underground. And yet, and also craft would, like helicopters, would come into the facility and just disappear into the ground. So we knew from construction reports and from visual reports outside the facility that something very suspicious in the way of silos was going on. Norrie and I put together the first investigative team to actually fly over these facilities and investigate them from the air with video cameras, still camera shots. It was very exciting. And on our first flyover of the NORTHROP facility, we spent about an hour in the air on that trip. It was historic. You can imagine that my heart practically jumped out of my mouth when we're flying over, and the pilot, unsolicited, says to me, "By the way, there are 3 silos down there." Now, I had learned from my inside contacts that 3 silos had been constructed there. And I was looking for those silos the minute we appeared over the facility. I was intensely looking for 3 silos, didn't see any, and suddenly the pilot says to me, "But I just told you." I was shocked. I tried to contain my excitement, and I pretended to be rather casual about it, and I said, "I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, but did you say silos down there?" And he says, "Oh yes." He says, "You see those white diamonds?" And sure enough, there were 3 white diamonds. Now this pilot, you must understand, we rented the plane in the Antelope Valley, so he flies that area continuously. He has students, he's a pilot instructor. So he's flying over there all the time. He told me that on numerous occasions when he's flown over these facilities, those white diamonds, the white covering, will be gone to reveal a deep, dark hole or silo into the ground.
Not only the black projects, but deep black projects program that is taking place about 10 miles